The silence when the sun comes up.
My own content from my end, but I know, Quinn was saying you have some dope shaders and better graphics on your end there too, so that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Were you here when I was telling Quinn what this giant freaking thing is for?
Yeah, I overheard some of that. You could explain it again.
Yeah, so we're putting this in here for 50 Cent. Maybe you heard about him.
Yeah.
It's like the worst joke ever.
Familiar.
It feels so weird name dropping the way that I do sometimes now. It feels disingenuous to me. But still, we made this because somebody who knows 50 Cent, is working with us, and we're basically showing them what's possible in the metaverse, right? This is
nice.
Going on quite a lot. Okay, he's got this line of booze and like high-end booze, and so we just made this. We're gonna deck it out so that it's a gallery inside and all sorts of good shit.
Nice.
And my favorite part about it, and this is pure, this is probably utterly selfish of me, but I built this blue room as a gallery for MBlue for all of his NFTs, and it's just right. That's just like a nice spot.
Man, I'm digging those pyramids there too. That's super cool. Are we joining you over there, or what are we doing?
Yeah, you can just get to Old World. Type in /server/world, and I'll bring you guys over here for sure.
Yeah, so I'm teleported.
When you're over here? Okay, cool.
Main world.
Yeah, just world. It says.
Gotcha.
/
All right, I am here. See some.
Quinn, what is your
Hi, Fat Man?
Yeah. Suddenly everything makes sense.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to, keep you on your toes.
It's working.
Ooh.
There's a cool volcano thing you got going on here too.
Oh, you're at Old Spawn. Yeah, we're gonna head back over there. I gotta show you guys the new hub, which I think is it's a one-stop shop for a tour these days. Man, that's gonna look so much better. So sending it in, the name has to be on that bottle over there. Has to be in those magma blocks. We just pasted this in, by the way, like a few minutes ago. We're just testing out different locations for it. It's gonna look way better when you can read it from a mile away. Anyway, what is your what's your username, Dave?
Chrome World, Krome.
Gotcha.
World, yeah.
Boink. Welcome.
Oh, you just pulled me over.
I did.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, cool skin, man. That's awesome. I like that.
Thanks. Yeah, I just kind of tracked it down when I was like, I don't want to be this generic guy. I got to find a decent skin.
Right.
So I was like, I like lions. Anything with a lion on it. There we go.
Oh, that's interesting. I gotta fix that. Should all just be normal wall. Yeah, this is like kind of a passion project. We actually had volunteers come in and plant all these flowers, like basically one by one. It's kind of incredible.
Wow. That's a lot of flowers.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
But in here we got this is one. I don't know if you guys have heard of Janksy. Just my cousin Jen. We call her the Banksy, the uplift. So once you get inside up here, just go to the top of those stairs, right? We actually made a mural like this behind the cathedral. That's just the little stick guy. There's a door up at the top of the stairs.
All right.
There we go. Yeah, if you find the stairs on the corner.
Finding my way there.
Alrighty.
I made the mistake of following David. And
what's that?
Here I am.
Here, I can just do this. Hello.
I found the stairs. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. The Jinsky mural is.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the MBlue part. That is.
Oh yeah.
There it is. I walked past it.
Yeah, her mural is just like, I have no clue how she does it. And there's she built the houses into it. There's dudes in there. I wonder if these entities. No, there's actual dudes that live here. They just hang out and have sex apparently.
Gratitude. Nice.
Yep. Yeah, so I mean, this is we're gonna end up doing like I actually turned his one of his NFTs, his guitar player dude, into a big wall mural. Now this I did programmatically, right? Like you can there's things where you can go in and basically just create them and then download the schema.
Okay.
Jen placed every single one of these blocks by hand.
Wow.
Yeah, like it doesn't even make sense to me how you could do that, but like
You got to be in a special kind of Zen mode to
that, right? That's
that
exactly it. Like that level of creativity is, I mean, that's how I made the dome too for Cathedral 2.0. Not with that level of creativity, but I literally just I got like a plan for how to build a dome, and then ran really really simple math on how to make the spiral, just on a napkin, and then and totally zenned out. Whereas like this level of zen, I feel like is 100 times higher than what I hit making that thing.
But I feel like that's the main energy that people have always loved about Minecraft too, right? Is just being able to get into that zone and just create.
You're completely right. That is absolutely true.
And in person, you can just see all these layers and how she built it up and created this texture that is, so
amazing.
much more.
Yeah.
Guitar player one is super cool too. It's mosaic.
Here, check it out during the day.
Oh, snap. Yeah, even more colorful. Beautiful.
That's fun.
Wow.
All right, so I got to get the coordinates. This is one of the things I was talking to the guys about today. So we've got the new spawn, like OG. The second you get into the game, where you're going to spawn in Old World here, it's going to be at a new teleporter hub. And right now, you can beam out to places like this in Old World, down in the basement, which is all stuff that I'll show you. But there's no doors back, and that just feels deeply wrong to me. Like it's like, come on now. Yeah. So I'm just gonna race up there real quick, and then I'll TP you guys over to me and show you the cool stuff.
There was another door. There's a hidden door on the main level too of that symposium.
Yep. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, can't wait to get like a bunch of because he's got so many NFTs out now. Like getting even some of his just the whole collection like that. The Blue Room needs some love. We've just been so busy building out functionality. We haven't had time for stuff like that. All right,
so is this Bitcoin Bull picture an NFT?
Yeah.
Nice, and that's on wax or?
Yep.
Nice. Cool.
So yeah, I was messing around with I'm actually talking to Nefty Blocks about putting a banner up for their Nefty token drop. We'll probably put a thing over there too. I just wanted to see what it would look like. We're gonna have Gary, our builder, come in and do like an actual billboard that doesn't look like a kid built it. Yeah, and so that where we were just standing is where everyone's gonna teleport in. Along this walkway, there's gonna be like a bunch of little kind of introduction signs, like welcome to the uplift. Hey, have you been to the website? Hey, here's how to use this tool, that kind of thing, like a little intro. And then you get in here, and we use the logos from the NFTs, and you can actually use these doors. So like walk through this one, you're gonna end up in Uplift, which is kind of
like a different corner of Uplift. Yeah, so that almost like VR chat style.
Well, so each one of these things up here are different worlds. And so they're
cool.
different servers that we have all connected to the Uplift. So yeah, like, and you can own land in Chicken Caw or in Nemesis or not in Nemesis, in Genesis or the Gratitude World or whatever. And people have been basically just going like /server and then Genesis to get to those different places. We really at some point I want to turn that off and make it a situation where you don't lose that immersion, right? Like I want you to be in the Uplift. And so, you're in Old World. When you go through there, you're walking through a teleporter. Like you're that it's just like to me a much more visceral experience.
Yeah, it's a cool option for sure.
Right. And so now when you go downstairs, it gets really weird.
Sorry, I lost you. How'd you get down there?
At the front door, there's two stairwells
stairs down there. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. I'll see.
Yes.
Whoa, trippy.
Yeah.
You know, this is like the inspired moment of awe, right? That like all of humanity seeks to like create, and that the cathedrals have.
This is beautiful. What
Yeah,
is that? What is that QR code up here get you?
that goes to Legend.art. So Legend.art actually acquired us really early on. So that's our parent company, and they're like a super high end NFT art house.
Cool. I just did it on my phone just to see.
Yep, dude, I love when
LGND.art. Nice.
That's the one. And yeah, again, like if you walk through this picture, you end up at this build.
Are we gonna walk through a picture?
I mean, you can. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Chicken call.
All right, let's do it.
Where do you guys want to go? I mean, down. Yeah, if
Genesis.
you're.
Are you in the basement pictures or on the main floor?
Yeah, I'm in the basement. Quinn, have you seen the basement yet?
Okay, I don't think I made the basement. I went up in the top and just got kind of lost in the stained glass.
You gotta go to the stairs.
You gotta check this out.
Okay, where's the entrance to the basement here?
Like
by the front door.
Stairs near the front door. Yeah. Yeah, this mural thing here is cool too. So you said Legend.art, hey? And they bought you guys.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Well, and it's, M Blue was, I was doing drops with him at Uplift Art, and we became really, really close friends. Turns out that Uplift Art was the R&D arm for this Legend Art. And so, since I had been, this project was adopted by the Uplift Art team anyway. Like once it got really, really serious, we just got, folded into that corporate structure, which has made my life a hell of a lot simpler.
No doubt.
So
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, so this is Nemesis. This is our PvP area, but it's also free to mine. So if you go there and mine a bunch of stuff and bring it back to like your ocean plot in a survival world, it's a way for people to gather supplies where they might not have otherwise been able to do it.
So they have to know to come here, but they can actually get some supplies for free.
Yeah. Yep. Oh. Yeah, and you can actually type /server to get to Nemesis too, but it's boring. You guys want to check out the giant Led Zeppelin build?
Oh shoot! I think I just went into the Nemesis portal by accident. Can you pull me back? I was wondering what happens when I walk over the
edge. Now you know. Yeah,
bring back.
So type /server, or hit T so you can type, and then /server world.
All right.
And you should come back here.
Oh yeah, I got right back into the Nemesis spot. Okay.
Cool. There you go.
Corey, can I just make sure I get your full name right for the article here? And obviously, role would just be Uplift founder.
Yep. Yeah. So it's COREY COTTRELL.
COTTRELL. Cool.
Yep.
Just want to make sure. Founder. Awesome. And so you were mentioning how long were you working on this? So how many years has Uplift been in existence? And then at what point did Legend.art buy you guys?
Yeah,
more corporate.
So I started realizing what would be possible with cryptocurrency and Minecraft about a year and a half ago. And we had started a server around then, actually kind of as a media thing to start doing interviews and kind of get into this metaverse kind of thing, right? Like, Twitch streaming and doing interviews inside of games, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's funny, there's a picture of the old cathedral, which is my first build, that's still here. You could still go and hang out at the first place that we ever did anything. It's actually right over here. We should go do that.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. When Quinn and I were talking, just the idea of like, once you own it forever, unless you want to sell it. And then it's like legit, and you can create like money out of it. You can turn it into like monetizing. And
that's the trick. Here, let's go over and do that. It's kind of an interesting journey that we can take while we talk about this stuff.
All right, cool.
And it's right through this fancy door over here.
That's a purple door.
Yeah. So yeah. And then I started doing NFT drops with M Blue. Probably the last couple months of last year. And we started talking about this as a hypothetical thing. I started learning about NFTs and realized that we could create a system that would map an NFT to access and control of a region in Minecraft, right? So holding an NFT in your wallet would automatically update our system and show you as the controller of that plot, right? So you own the NFT and you get automatic build rights and stuff. So we start talking about all that stuff, and then and it's actually right around the corner over here. We decided to try something out. So we built a region. You can follow me over here. It's pretty close.
Sorry,
we
I got
had
separated again. You got some coordinates?
Did we lose you, Quinn?
I can TP you over to me again. No problem.
I'm like a tourist taking pictures, you know.
Yeah, no,
it's
completely hear you.
beautiful. You go into the lighthouse here? Where'd you go?
Past the here we go.
Yeah, there's some like sheep and
Hey, are you
pigs in here. Sorry, I lost you.
Hey, are you still in Old World, Quinn?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just try to TP you and it didn't work. Oh, that's because I'm in a region that you can't come to. That's interesting. That's awesome. Boink.
Hello.
All right. So this is a sort of an interesting kind of proof of concept here. There we go. Okay. So this is the Burning Man. We had the community.
You got Burning Man in here.
Right? We called it Burning Man because it turns out Burning Man gets really mad when you say the words Burning Man in public, which is interesting and not very enlightened of them in my personal opinion, but whatever. So we had this thing where, you know, to show people what was out, we created an NFT around this region. The community that was originally in the server, they're actually all the ones running Chicken Con now, which is one of our worlds. You know, we had basically they all got together and they built this thing over, you know, a couple of days. And it wasn't on fire. And if you check it out down here on the bottom, it just says burn button down here.
Okay.
And so we auctioned this whole area as an art piece and as an NFT. And you had to own the NFT to get into this space to press the button that would light it on fire.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not letting me in. What's not permitted?
Right.
That's cool.
So yeah, we just wanted to show, like, you know, this was kind of the first proof of concept. Like, you own this, you have you know, access rights to it, and nobody else does.
That's so cool. So essentially, anybody who owns a piece of land in Uplift can create a kind of gamified NFT that will unlock certain areas to it.
So basically we sell the NFTs as land key NFTs, right?
Right. Right.
So once you have that, like once you have that piece of land, most places, in fact, all of them except for this and maybe one other, that access denied thing isn't there, right? So you could go anywhere you want to go, and then, you know, it comes down to you know, what you're actually going to do with it. Quinn, do you think we should show them the boat race? The boat race it's so much fun.
Some boat race footage,
right? Because this is a great example. Go ahead.
Sorry, just a shared spot like that, to the point about this Burning Man and being able to push the button. So like a group of people would be able to own that NFT land title for that specific square spot of land.
Yeah, well, only one.
NFT?
Right. It's just an NFT. Only one person can own it, or one account. Right.
One account. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And I would love to go to Switch City too. I think that's a great example of just something amazing.
Switch City? What's that?
It's close by.
Is it like, is that Shifty? Which one is that?
Yeah, Shift City. Sorry. Yeah, Shift.
All right, cool.
Sorry.
But no worries. So what we should do then, because I'm gonna need the we can all probably just go over to Genesis. This is where the portals would be really fun, but we could just do the server thing for now. Because I wanted to show you guys, Quinn, I'm sure you've seen this before, but the 3D maps that we have up for Genesis now are real cool. And so we'll be able to.
Yeah, I'll join Genesis.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So this is what the 2D maps look like, right? So we were just up here at the Blue Room. You know, in a little while it'll populate that thing that we put in today. The Burning Man thing is like this little thing right here, right? The cathedral's over here. So this is what the 2D maps look like.
Wow. Okay.
And then Genesis, you know, when you first get into Genesis, there's that tall building. Looks pretty boring, top down. But just to give you an idea, like Genesis has been around for the longest, right? and there is a ton of stuff going on.
And this whole thing you're showing right now is Genesis.
It's just one world.
Yeah, just one world. That's
right?
massive.
Now check this out. Boink.
Oh, sick. That's like some civilization-ish.
Right? So
That's awesome.
this is where you guys are right now.
Yeah, I'm up in the mountains here.
This is where I'm doing the new build.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Right. And just we've been touring through, like, this is the Blockchain Heroes build. I think they actually put a new one in recently. I haven't been up there in a while. But here's the ice race right here. And down in the bottom corner, if you check that out, like, so 1500, 1600 is about where that is. So I'll probably teleport up there. But there's just so many builds. It's just ludicrous.
Every day there's something new.
Yeah. And so this is the uplifter tower. I'll give you guys a quick view of that, just because this is where we hang out with our show, for the most part. And then down underneath, we actually have like a little office where, all of our dev meetings that we have every day, we put up gratitudes every day downstairs, and every month we add a new floor. And so this is, to kind of finish off the story, we started development in last December, doing the proof of concepts and stuff, and did our first sale towards the end of February, and didn't open the worlds until I think the end of March. Right. So we're basically, like, if you go down there, we're just finishing month 4, like the full months. So you were 4 months. We're not years old. We're 4 months old.
4 months of, like, fully open.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
awesome.
It's been an experience.
So 4 months technically fully open, but about a year and a half of development, you'd say.
I honestly, no. I mean, that's like internal. That's like me ideating. I'd say right. Probably 3 months of internal development for real before we launched.
So like January, February-ish.
Yeah. I know, like, December is probably when we were actually like buying URLs and stuff. So it's probably probably
we could round it up to say like development started at the beginning of 2021. Would that be accurate enough?
Yeah, I think that's
cool.
All right. So yeah, and this is the thing. So each one of these plots, you can tell sort of the parameters of where they're owned and stuff. Lad City is one of it's freaking amazeballs. The build
Lad
is
City.
Yeah, it's a community token, and like community cryptocurrency. They're doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Cool group of weirdos.
You said you're at 1500 by 1500, or
1500 by 1700 is where we want to go.
Okay, cool. I'm on my way there.
Cool. I'm gonna go over there too. All right. All right. We'll get some fun footage. So this wall, we actually just put this up yesterday. We now have the ability, when you put a sign into specific locations that we target, it'll actually post the information on chain, right? So anybody who puts a sign up on here, it'll automatically post it to the blockchain at the Wax account Uplift events. And the reason we did it is, we need to confirm people's that they own the Minecraft accounts that they own. And they all want million Upliftium crystallized NFTs, right? So there are in-game currencies called Upliftium. Right. The only way to withdraw it right now is through these crystallized Upliftium NFTs, and we're still doing it manually because we haven't automated this system yet. And so to basically prove that you own the Minecraft account that we have associated with it, I was actually like in here doing these confirmations one at a time for selfies, and that was not going to scale because we got a lot of requests for it. So we came up with this system, which, again, like, this is one of, I think, the killer features that we're going to be releasing soon, is the ability to, put signs up in world and have them readable on chain. But then also, we're a few weeks away, I think, maybe a month and a half, depending on how long it takes our one dev that's working on it. We call it punch sign, get thing. You put a sign up that says, like, hey, get your free NFT chance to win on my plot today, right? And you punch that sign. And then any project out there can map whatever transaction they want to what shows up on Uplift events, right? Because it'll show your Wax address, where it is in the world when you punched it, right? So it basically means that we can start any project that's out there can come in, build something, and gamify it with a reaction that happens outside the game.
Oh.
Yeah.
World of possibilities.
It really is. I mean, down the road, you should be able to, create a website, have people sign up and register with their Minecraft username, and whitelist themselves as a buyer. They come to your store here in the Uplift and see a picture of a pair of sneakers they want, and you punch the sign, it'll automatically buy it. Like, that's where all this is headed.
Wow. And those would all have to be wax NFTs though, right?
No. As long as you have an API, or as long as you can read the wax blockchain, you can it could be like a Nike, anything, right? Like, it just automatically maps to a webhook.
Right, and it's just linking outside, so it's external anyway. So it can bring you anywhere, right?
Anywhere in any action on the internet, you can map to punch sign get thing.
And in a game like Minecraft, jumping external is not a big deal as much, right? As far as temporarily and then jumping back in, kind of thing.
Right.
Because sometimes it can really crash a computer or get super clunky when you're doing that. But I feel with Minecraft, it's not as big of a hurdle.
Right. Yeah. It's a very it has always been kind of a multi-screen kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna TP up there.
Fair enough.
Whoa. Yeah, it's a buddy of mine, Dre, who built Lax Virtual Lands. You can go to laxvirtuallands.com. And it's basically a way to find plots that are close to yours that you want to buy. Which is
Lads Virtual Land?
Lax, LAX Virtual Lands. I think it's laxvirtuallands.com, something like that. Cool.
So I got my buddy Tied up here too. He's ready to race.
He's ready to go. Awesome.
Brought some company.
Nice.
See a big for sale sign. There's plot for sale there.
Yep. All right. David, do you want me to teleport you over here?
I think I'm close by. All right. This big ghost thing? Or the lie? Is it by the lie?
Yes, it's right across the street from the lie.
Yeah, I'm at 1700.
1550, 1650.
So cool.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh man,
this is your racetrack. We tried it before, right?
Right. So David, the key on this track really is that you need to look at the front of your boat. Don't lose sight of the front of your boat, or you'll lose kind of track of front and back, and then just side to side straight, like right and left.
I haven't seen any of this, guys. Like,
are you going already?
Frick?
Okay.
No, I'm like. So you can totally wait. I'm just like, I got lost. I legitimately got lost. What the hell is this? I feel like
I need to check it out too. There's more.
I feel like this is like the Russians are invading us.
I kind of thought maybe the Russians were invading us.
Right?
I've seen a camera on the other end.
Right? Is that I was like, is that what I'm saying? And we do have a lot of Russians to play here. But yeah, like that, I feel like is that even the Russian flag? I feel like that's the Soviet flag. It's a little awkward. Anyway, moving right along. Let's go boating.
Yes, join us on these 50 boats. I'm just opening up all over the edge.
Oh man.
Not sure what you guys are doing over there, but
all right, here I come. You guys feel free to go ahead.
Okay, we'll try.
All right. Oh, there's a block there. Oh, I put it there. I'm an idiot. All right, cool.
Whoa! I'm going backwards, wrong way.
All right.
Oh man, this is like easily my best run
ever.
Even
hot, bro. I was waiting for you.
Oh geez.
I think you got.
Oh man, you're so right about not looking around.
Don't seeing on this.
Right? This is the first time I've gone through here without touching my mouse at all. Because ordinarily I'm just like running into walls like it's my job.
That is definitely what I'm doing right now, but I'm slowly getting the hang of it. I think I got it. I get some forward motion going here. No more mouse.
Oh. Oh no!
Gotta catch up to you
Oh
guys.
man, I almost died.
Whoa.
Anyone else? Anyone else dizzy?
I'm stuck on the quarry pin.
Uh-oh.
I turned the wrong way. Thought I was catching up to you guys, and then I just got stuck again.
Quarry is the pin, and this is named after him.
The hairpin turn?
Yeah. But did you put up an obstacle? No.
I didn't.
That's so unfair, right? Was just
Yeah,
throw a
right.
whole block in your way?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, anyone with build rights anywhere could just be like, "What? Sorry." Yeah, so people are all really thinking about, okay, how do we, especially once active rewards get turned on, this is going to explode. Like, how do you get people to come to your land? Is a question people ask all the time. And I'm like, well, how do you get people to go to a website or to any kind of engagement thing? Because it really is about like the one resource that is super finite for all of us, and that's time and attention, right? And I love the little water bit, just randomly like, hey, you're gonna go through some water here. Okay, well, I am in a boat.
It was naturally there, so I just played.
Yeah. I just good use of features or something.
I'm about keeping like.
I'm
that
getting
natural.
a little dizzy. Oh no, I removed
I
8
lost my
entities. I lost my boat.
I think there was a lag clear. The lag clear, yeah, that's what happened. We got.
Oh
9.
man, that's good to know. I didn't know that it got rid of. I didn't know that it got rid of boats.
Get
We're gonna have
rid
to
of boats.
exclude that. I think.
Kind of tough when you're transporting a villager.
I guess. Hey. Anyways. Yeah. Just looks really cool.
I was getting very stuck anyway. Just jumped over the edge.
All right.
I made it.
Hold on here. Hey, Quinn, can you get over here? David, you too. I was going to take a
I'm right
selfie
below
with your
All right, let's do it.
beautiful, with the thing in the. There we go.
Untied here.
Oh
Can I get in here?
yeah.
There you go.
And then Edward has an amazing castle over here that he's.
Oh, that's Edward over there.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so glad. It seems like he's doing okay. I was just, like when we went into the hospital with COVID, I was like, man, that sucks.
Man.
Anyways, I love that you have the music on in Minecraft. I haven't turned that on in a while, but it's just talk about Zen. Hey, it's like
Oh yeah. So this is Miss Teen Crypto's rainbow building over here. I haven't even checked it out.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So it's a full bro scene, right? We got Ken Bozak and we got Edward, and then we got Miss Teen Crypto, and so yeah, it's definitely filling up over here and getting the bro vibe.
Hey, the bro vibe.
Oh yeah.
Very cool. I love this Joker, Beetlejuice. I mean,
yeah, that's Ken Bozak, as you know.
and that would be piece by piece as well, eh? It's like
no, that was like before we kind of banned rampant schema uploading by yours truly. I actually built that for him.
Oh, okay.
So I just like took a picture and you can run it through like Minecraft translators. This thing up here, I did the same way. I'm kind of glad I did because it looks really cool.
Yeah,
there's many bovine in this area.
What was it a picture of? It's like some
Ken Bozak's face done by an artist.
okay.
Yeah, you can find this NFTs out there. Places.
All right, let me make sure I got a couple of these questions that I wanted to ask you here. So just looking at like other metaverses, because essentially what I'm looking at, or what we're looking at doing at NFTs.WTF is featuring like one metaverse a month kind of thing, and really trying to highlight newer metaverses, or maybe some that people aren't as aware of, or that have really like cool use cases. And obviously Minecraft on the blockchain is like, it's Minecraft on the blockchain. So it's super cool. But aside from that, like, how do you see yourself positioned against a Decentraland or a Crypto Voxel or whatever? Like, what is your special or unique offer aside from being Minecraft? Like, how do you see that as an advantage for the users?
It's funny, like, if you'd asked me 4 months ago, like the idea that we could be uttered in the same sentence as, Crypto Voxels or Decentraland, it would have shocked me. Like, oh, there's no way. That's crazy. And now, like, yeah, we have a good shot at competing in a really important way. And I think, I'd say the biggest difference between us and Decentraland is, obviously you can own land. That's cool. It's on the blockchain. That's cool. You can buy, sell, and trade it. That's cool. When you get in there, you can't do anything without them. Right? Like you can't go to a piece of land and go like, I'm going to dig up this block and put it on top of another block. And that I think is the main core difference that allows us to, just look at it's insane. Right now, their lands are going to look more coherent, right? Because you have to kind of run through one of their designers, and it's I think going to look a lot more like a sane kind of Disneyland, maybe. You know what I mean? Like that. Like right. There's going to be some kind of coherency to it, but I would pick this over that any day. Yeah. And honestly, like we're talking to huge brands that might be building purpose-built worlds connected to the Uplift that might have more of that feel. But I think that's really what it boils down to. Like you can get a piece of land or get whitelisted to a piece of land with your kid and start building. And that's the story that we hear over and over and over again, right? Like I brought my 7-year-old kid and I'm teaching about blockchain by playing in Minecraft. This is amazing, right? Like I literally eat those stories for breakfast. Like it just
the onboarding of a whole new generation, right? It's
right.
Yeah. And I know like obviously Roblox and a couple other newer ones are the new phase. Yeah, but Roblox they'll probably be on the blockchain in no time too. Maybe
I think you're right, and the Roblox thing that's even more interesting to me than Decentraland, because the ability to go in and sort of create gamified experiences is going to trump going in and having to spend a lot of money teaching, like doing a design thing, right? Like
own space.
Right, and this right here, like Quinn showed us that we are actually competing with Roblox, not Decentraland, which to me was like, wait, what? That's mental, right? And these are both like Roblox's valuation is like over $1 billion or some ridiculous thing now. Decentraland between the market cap of Decentraland between Mana and all the land is $3 billion. It's absurd, right? Yeah, it's crazy. And the fact that we get to like, I can say without sounding like a complete psycho that no, those are I see them as our direct competitors.
They are your competitors,
right? And they're way ahead of us. Like, way ahead of us. But we've been around 4 months. Give us a year, right?
Yeah,
like, who knows what's going to happen, right?
How many people know that Minecraft exists on the blockchain?
Yeah,
let that word get out.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna try to help get that word out a bit because when Quinn told me about that, he dropped into a clubhouse with me one time. I don't even know now. That was like a month ago. Yeah, and he mentioned Minecraft on the blockchain. I was like, wait, like the actual game Minecraft on the blockchain? He's like, yeah, it's super simple, and they connected it, and I had to see it for myself. So this is pretty amazing. I'm looking into it, making the investment.
Yeah,
I tell people about the Uplift everywhere I go.
That's awesome.
It's not just the incredible diversity of Minecraft. It's the people. It's the spirit of gratitude. This is a world built on gratitude, and at its foundation and at its core is just a really loving group of people.
I mean, that's
built on gratitude.
So yeah, like that. The first little cathedral, like the first thing that we built. Actually, if you come back to Old World, I'll teleport you over here.
Yeah,
because I really love that this still exists. I'll tell you about it when you get here.
Are you gonna bring up your screen again on the screen?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I thought it was up.
No, it's all good.
My mind.
Back to Old World.
I just wanted to see what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Are you pulling me too?
Yeah, once you get to Old World, I'll do that. Boink. All right.
I don't think I got TP'd.
Can you are you in Old World yet or no?
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, /server space world.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, so this right here, this first monument right here, is the first one that ever got put up. It got put up before there was more than 3 people on the server. It got put up before anyone had ever uttered the Uplift as a phrase. we were talking about doing interviews, my buddy Greg and I, that were mostly about politics, and we're pretty cynical, frankly. And this dude who's a friend of ours, Bob, comes in here and he stacks some wood on top of some other wood and gets a sign and just, puts a gratitude up. And we're like, yeah, I mean, Bob, aka BBB, is grateful to Corey and Greg for letting me join. It's the first one that ever went up. And we stopped everything that we were doing. And I realized this is the thing that I want more of in the world, right? Like, this gratitude practice is something I'd been doing for a long time. For some reason, hadn't been thinking about it. And so, I made a bunch more monuments and then actually cut this hill out in the back and, made this entire ridiculous building that I thought was a big deal, and then went and built some bigger things. But anyway, this is like, and we built this in survival too, right? So like, I didn't know you could fly when we built this because I suck at Minecraft. Like, I'm terrible at it. And so I was like, I died many, many times building this building. It was like, yeah, it was crazy. But we started holding, weekly services here. And, as you can see, like, throughout the pandemic, people started connecting just in our little circle, right? There's probably 10, maybe 15 people all told that were whitelisted to the server. Right. And, we would air this live on YouTube when we did it. There's a group of people that still does. And we filled it up. Like, it got so full that, like, we started putting gratitudes up on the back wall over here.
Wow, that's awesome, man.
Right? And so it's like a living record of those moments.
And do you guys still do weekly meetings?
Yeah. We had to move over to what we call Cathedral 2.0 because we ran out of room. I can show you that build
for Sunday morning bacon. I like that.
Yeah, there's some of them are like, it's really fun.
That's super cool. I like the philosophy behind that. That's great. And
the thing too is there's these gratitude monuments are popping up all over the world.
Nice.
Like, just people are just kind of picking that up. And I keep talking about it as it's the thing that got me out of a depression. It's been something I've been fascinated with for a long time. And like the science behind it, you go watch some TED Talks on gratitude. Scientifically, it will make you happier. This practice, wherever you are, even if you're happy, it's gonna make you happier. It's a weird and fancy thing.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. Gratitude. Yeah. That's a good chosen philosophy for sure, or virtue.
It is the secret power of attraction, right?
Yeah.
That you tune to the vibration that you want to attract.
No doubt.
And when we're in gratitude, we can find the highest vibration. People will just be attracted to that vibration who are also in that vibration. So, I mean, it's not a mystic science, really.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So on one hand, you have the creative options that you don't get in most other metaverses, and you can really just do anything and everything once you have your plot of land. Yep. And you obviously have the Minecraft aspect of actually getting those resources, whether you want to pay for them or mine them yourself. And then using them to build your space in the place. So there's that aspect, and then aside from that, there's the kind of community philosophical aspect, which is focused on gratitude and bringing people together around a kind of higher purpose. I know Quinn spoke to some work you guys had done in Haiti, I believe, like donating, making donations to children in Haiti. Yeah,
so we made, I think it was around like $7,000 or $8,000 auctioning off that first Burning Man NFT. And we donated it all to Haitian Roots, which is a group that Blue and I had done a couple of music video NFTs under uplift.art. And we actually raised the first NFT I was ever involved in, as a musician who was like out of work because of the pandemic, right? Like, we did this tune together, Blue and I did, and, put a big, huge, NFT drop together. And with Uplift Art, their whole thing was, 50% is going to go to charity, 25% is going to go to the artist, 25% goes to Uplift Art to, keep the lights on, keep it repaid or whatever.
Right.
And so I got 25% of that drop, and I was like, this is fucking $10,000. What the hell? That was like my annual income the year before playing shows, right?
Wow.
So yeah, it was pretty insane. But we, like, far more importantly, made $30,000 for Haitian Roots to feed kids in December in Haiti. Like that,
wow. And $30,000 was on your music NFT?
Yeah, that was just 50% of that drop.
And that was one NFT, music NFT, or was it like a collection?
No, it was a collection. It was a drop, like a whole kind of box drop, crates, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it was rad.
Is there a link for that? I'd just be curious to see it, because like, are people still flipping the NFTs that were purchased over there?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I actually inked a deal with Our Planet to have them stakeable at Our Planet, so they're actually worth a lot more than they used to be.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Well, Quinn or Corey, you want to shoot me a link on that? I'd just like to see it, and I might link to it in the article too. And I was mentioning to Quinn, this is kind of an evergreen article, so there are a few other things kind of in the pipe before mine. So I don't know how soon we'll be able to have it fully edited and approved, but hopefully within the next week or two. But I'll keep you guys posted on that. But I just wanted you to know it's not one of the more pressing ones. So I'm trying to do these evergreen pieces where we can really highlight and show off the best of your metaverse, and hopefully bring a bunch of new people on board. So including myself.
That'd be awesome. Well, listen, like, you know, I'll donate one of my own personal pieces of land if you want it. They've been cheap recently, and I've been buying them up like crazy. So I don't mind finding your one. It'd be really cool to have you in here.
That's crazy, man. I mean,
no, man, legit.
I would be incredibly grateful for such an opportunity.
Here's the thing, like the way that we built Genesis out and sold out and have been, you know, we've done almost 2.5 million in sales over the last 4 months. Is that the first bit? Before we did any sales, we were open and we basically did land grants for projects in the ecosystem, right? So we got, you know, Anders and gave him some land, and we had EOS USA, which is a block producer on Wax and EOS, and we gave them some land. You know, Ken Bozak, right, who's like a luminary / weirdo who posts butt pictures on. I love this guy. Yeah, Ken's awesome, but he's also completely insane.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's fun. And so that, like, basically saying, listen, communities come in here and hang out, and they're like, oh, well, what do we owe you? And like, you know, what do we do? And no. I was like, no. Because here's what's going to happen. You're going to get in, you're going to build something, you're going to have a blast, you're going to start yelling about it. And that's exactly what happened. Right. And there's a few that kind of ghosted, didn't get it, whatever. But like overall, we didn't have to do any marketing. So, you know, while I want to give you a present, because I freaking love watching people like you smile looking at all this stuff, because it means it's going to work. Like, even after all this long, because I know it's going to work now, but like, I'm still astounded. Like 4 months ago, when we were still opening, is like, is this really work? Like, how is it? Okay. It's fun. It's fun.
Kudos to you guys, man. It's very awesome idea. And nobody else can do it, right? Like, you guys brought Minecraft onto the blockchain. Like, you got that IP locked up.
Yeah.
All yours.
Well, and like I told people from the beginning, once people figure out how to do this, it's going to turn into a genre that we can't stop.
Right.
Like it's not something that we have a walled garden around, even though apparently the tech to kind of link the two is not as simple as I think it is. Because I've had a bunch of devs asking me how we did it. I'm like, you'll figure it out. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to do it.
But you get the first to market advantage, even if somebody else does try to do the same thing. Yeah. And I mean, at this point, you got such a massive community. It seemed kind of dumb for someone to try to compete with you on the exact same.
I kind of agree. And I want to prepare everyone for the likelihood of it.
Could happen, for sure.
And I'd be entirely okay with it. There's things that we have baking that nobody has thought of yet. Right. Awesome. And so, you know, I think, that first mover's advantage is definitely pretty profound.
Well, definitely, man. Let me in. I'll brag about it to all my NFT friends on Clubhouse. I'll keep pushing your uplift for sure. And I'll get to work building too, man. That'll be amazing.
Awesome, man. Yeah. Fire me your Wax address. I'll legitimately send you a piece of land you can start messing around with.
Don't gotta ask me twice. Get that to you, right?
Then you gotta build some stuff. Keep me posted on how it goes.
I know, that's the thing. I gotta build, and I'm like you, man. I'm like you. I'm shit at Minecraft, honestly. I built a little bit, and I like the concept of it. But I personally, my brother's 6 years younger than me. He loved it. He was more like, I just missed that boat, the Minecraft boat. But,
that's awesome.
But so I know people of all ages love it though. So.
Right. Well, and you can hire people too, right? You can whitelist up to 7 more people on your piece of land.
7.
So,
okay, cool.
So you own it. And, you know, say you meet people in your clubhouse like, oh, I'm a Minecraft expert, blah, 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 right? You can go into enter.theuplift.world and add in people that can go in and build for you and do some fun stuff if you want to. Next question. Do you want survival world or creative world?
I think I want a creator world. I just want to vibe out. Just be able to build whatever.
Yep.
Because you still build and mine and everything, right? It's just you can't die and you can fly, right?
So you don't mine anything. In a creative world, you can literally magic yourself any materials at scale.
Oh, okay. I kind of like the idea of mining. But...
Yeah, and this is the thing. You'll never be attached to the economy. Right. So people eventually are going to be able to mint NFTs that, you know, if you mine like 1,000 iron or whatever, you'll be able to mint 1,000 iron as an NFT and buy and sell and trade it on an Atomic.
Oh no, I want survival for sure, man.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
I want that economic. I want
yeah,
that economic
and
tie-in.
that's right. The play to earn and the economic sort
That'd
of
be dope.
circle.
Yeah. Definitely. And I just want to understand it more. So just to be able to get an eye on it, that'll be super cool. Yeah.
Hell, so do we. Like, we don't even know how that's going to go.
I'll just drop into Genesis with Quinn when I want to mess around in the creative space, you know.
There it is.
And I'll put you on properties if you want to, of course.
All right, man.
If you want to play around or mine. We have a
you guys are freaking awesome, man.
So, yeah.
Thanks.
So I can whitelist up to 7. Yeah, awesome for sure. Up to 7 people. And where did you say I go to do that? Like I have to go through the uplift.
So yeah, once you have the land piece in your Wax wallet, you go to enter.theuplift.world and you register. You can log in with your Wax address, register your Minecraft username, and then that's how we attach the two. That's how you get whitelisted to get in the server. And then if you go to theuplift.world, there's getting started instructions on that site that'll basically walk you through how to add the server, you know, and that kind of all the links that you need for that.
Yeah, and then I can take my wallet back that you're linked to.
Yeah, anymore, no doubt. That's amazing, man. Let me get that Wax. All right, what else did I have here? So the reward system. Could you just give a little bit more on the Upliftium? It sounds like there's certain pieces that are still kind of moving, but where are you at with the reward system right now, and what's your kind of roadmap?
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to start flying up to Cathedral 2.0 so you can check that out while I talk about this stuff. And still, like, so we started building this way. Like, all this is like a weird history of what we were messing around with. So Upliftium, the reward system right now, basically, if you own a piece of land, it's going to mine a little tiny bit of Upliftium just for free. It'll just, like, if you leave it in there, it'll just sit in there. We actually just sold a bunch of mining packs. So, you know, that's another way that people can earn more passive Upliftium. We have one dev right now who's been working on this for a while, who's head down. He's been doing a bunch of stuff for us. I literally will not let anyone on our team talk to him until he gets the rest of the rewards done. Cause he's like ultra head down. But we're pretty close. And unfortunately, like, pretty close. I can't really give you an idea. We're hoping, you know, a number of weeks. And, you know, there's a non-zero probability he could come by tomorrow and say, hey, we're ready to start testing, which would be really nice. Wayne, if you're listening to this, like, we love you. Get it done. And so how that's going to work is me flying through this world right now. I'm earning Upliftium for every piece of distance that I travel. Right. Wow. There's going to be many, many different actions in game that will be mapped to active player rewards. So it's not just going to be travel. You know, we'll be able to turn on, like, hey, you know, if you're in a survival world and you're mining, we could turn it on to number of blocks mined. Will earn you some Upliftium, or, you know, number of pumpkins that you stack on top of each other on a Tuesday or whatever. Right. Like, there's a million different ththings that we're going to be able to map to those rewards. And it's funny too, like, that's actually what made me start yelling about this until MBlue finally listened. And the only reason I say MBlue finally listened, he listened instantaneously. I had actually told a bunch of other luminaries in crypto and they all laughed at me. Or just didn't take it seriously. So basically, you know, Alien Worlds is like relatively successful, right? And there's an app where you press a button and you get a thing. That's it. Right? Like, there's some NFTs. And don't get me wrong, I freaking love Alien Worlds, but it's a mine button. You go into their app and you click mine. That's the whole game. Right? And I realized that because of the way Minecraft works, and we can record all the actions that you can take in Minecraft, we will replace that mine button for. Right? So every single possible action that we want to apply value to, and right now traveling around is and I think will remain the most important one, because we want people to experience other stuff, right? We want people moving around. That's kind of the thing that kind of makes the attention engine work. You know, so that will earn you some Upliftium. And, you know, I think the real trick, and this is something that, you know, we borrowed from the lessons learned in Alien Worlds. When you own a piece of land in Alien Worlds, when someone mines on that piece of land, you get 20% tacked on. And so that's exactly what's going to happen with us. When someone is traveling around or moving around on your land, and that triggers a reward, the landowner will also get 20%.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So as of right now, though, it's travel, and then I think it was also friends that you bring to the community, right? You get some kind of uplift.
So here it's that's the landowner thing. So, and again, like it's going to be a lot more than travel down the road, but travel is going to be the one that we start with for sure, and it'll be by itself for a little bit. So yeah, like the reason you want to bring friends around is, and the reason why you build things like a boat race is when people are hanging out and traveling around, moving around on your land, you will make more upliftium, right? Like every person's reward. So if like 10 people are on your land and they all got a moving around reward in upliftium, you would get 20% of that, which means that like you basically get everything combined what they got twice. So hosting parties, giving people a reason to come to your plot and move around and have a good time, like say on a boat race, is sort of, that's an amazing proof of concept. It really is. Right. Yeah. Or, building a store and hosting an event, having a podcast and have people, get, different kind of rewards by coming to your plot every day to punch a sign that then kicks out like a little participation NFT, or even like a really awesome NFT 1 out of 20 times.
Yeah. Right? So how does that work if it kicks out a participation NFT? That would have to be wax, right? Because it's in the game.
So that punch sign get thing, we're not doing that. Okay. Right. When if you come to this is my cathedral 2.0 build, by the way. So
yeah, you pull me over there when you can. I tried to follow you and I lost you.
Yeah, no problem. I'll do that right now. Boink.
All right,
I'll bring you over here too.
Thank you,
Mr. Quinn. Yeah. So we put a sign up that says
2.0 was quite the upgrade, man.
Yeah, I started realizing we were going to be building for scale. And again, like we've been only putting up monuments as we need them. All these monuments are full.
Nice.
And so this is where the Sunday gratitude ceremonies are.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, when people punch this sign down the road, like say if you put that up on your piece of land, that's going to send out a signal that gets written onto the blockchain. You can actually go to wax.blocks.io and type in the Wax account, uplift events, and you'll be able to see the information that we're posting. So it would post the location of the sign. It would post my Minecraft username, and obviously it's on the blockchain, so you're going to know when that happened. So now as a project, you can have something that reads the blockchain and is looking for that as a signal, right? And then you can say, okay, I'm going to send an NFT out to every single person that punches this sign on a given day, if you want to, right? Nice. Or they could have a 1% chance of winning an NFT, right? And it's automatic. Or, they punch that sign and it sends a signal out that, emails them something because you got their email address or whatever, right? Like that, and right. Like the ideas that we've come up with. My favorite thing about the punch sign get thing and the events functionality is that we have no clue the best way that people are going to use it because everyone's just going to be allowed to, right? Like as many projects as come into the uplift, they get to decide how to use that. It's just like, it shows you the information of this player punched this sign, right? So now how users or how project runners want to map that to kind of real world or outside, the uplift metaversian kind of things is entirely up to them.
Nice. Fun. Trying to make sure because the Wax wallet is so different, I find, than what I was used to with kind of Tezos and ETH. Yeah. Because it's not really like an extension, and I used my my Gmail, like my gamer Gmail account, to log in. So every once in a while, when I log in, I have to like double check and like make sure I'm on the right one because I'm not sure. But let me send you. Should I send it to you on Twitter or my wallet address? I'm following you on Twitter.
Yeah, you can, or DM me or send it to me wherever. Sure.
All right. Yeah, this is super cool though. So Sunday, at what time do you guys do your gratitude ceremony?
It's at 11. Sadly, I've been so freaking busy lately that I haven't been to my own gratitude ceremony like more than a couple times in the last 6 weeks. But yes, people are still doing it, which is very exciting for me.
I'm gratefully sleeping at that time usually.
Right? Yeah. I mean, it's still what, like 4 o'clock in the morning there at that time?
Right.
That makes
sense. I have attended a few just
That would be a tough one to get to for sure.
Right.
11 a.m. Eastern time, you said?
Yeah.
So like 10. That's not bad for me. I might be able to make that. That's my
All
usual actual church time, but church has been canceled for COVID. So
There you go. There you go.
Awesome, guys. Well, I was hoping to cap it at 3:30 and went a little 10 minutes over. I don't know if you guys have any questions for me. Actually, maybe one final question just on the future of Uplift, and then maybe even Wax more broadly. Like, where do you see both going? Where do you see Uplift going? And then the Wax NFT space is also growing quite a bit. They seem to kind of be niching down into the gaming space. I know they got Street Fighter. You know, obviously you've got your Minecraft on the blockchain, but how do you see Wax growing? And then how do you see Uplift growing in that ecosystem?
The number of transactions in active wallets is growing faster on Wax than everywhere else combined.
Wow. Combined?
I think so.
All right.
Yep. So, I mean, like Wax went from a little over 500,000 to 5 million active wallets in 5 or 6 months.
Wow.
Right. And that's like people are actually spending something. It's not like Cardano wallets where you're doing, hold on, let me check my notes. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Right. Like it to me is everything. Right. Like if the number of people, and I actually did this as a longitudinal study on Bitcoin once for fun and profit. I wanted to know if my Bitcoin's number was going to go up, and you can track the price of Bitcoin as a function of order of magnitude, and even a little bit finer by looking at the number of active wallets and the number of transactions. Right. Yeah. As long as that number is going up, scarcity is going up, and the price will go up.
That's true. Yeah.
Right. And so when it comes to Wax, that is absolutely the case. Where it's interesting though, and we've dealt with this at scale. You know, we're a big company. We've been hiring devs and you know, buying infrastructure like it's our job. And so, you know, when we do a sale, we're having to sell an ungodly amount of Wax because I would really rather keep it just to build for longer. But we're selling a lot of Wax just to cover costs or whatever, right? And I think you know, the projects that are operating in that space are all brands. They're all doing different things. Like that is going on at scale, which I think has been a suppressor for the Wax price, right? People are buying a bunch of Wax to go in and then buy a bunch of Street Fighter NFTs, and then Street Fighter turns that into dollars, and it becomes a closed loop, kind of, right? And what I was explaining to the CEO of Legend and our CFO, who used to run $1 billion hedge fund, and now, like, of all the different, you know, businesses, because we have Yoshi Drops as well associated with Legend.art, our parent company, like the Wall Street guy thinks Uplift is the one, which makes me super happy. And I think he's right.
Awesome. Wow.
Yeah. But the number that I look at the most in Wax, and I haven't like dug in to see what this number is, but just in the back of my head, what's really going on in that, what seems like a closed loop, right? Like I buy some Wax, I buy into a project, that project then sells that Wax for dollars. What's left? All the NFTs. So the market cap of those NFTs times the number of times that they get sold on the secondary market as a big number will show you what the price of Wax will be in 5 years if that number keeps going up.
Yeah, assuming things appreciate and grow and demand increases.
Right.
Yeah.
So like the number of NFTs that people value at all, right? And the number of times that those are getting sold on the secondary market, that secondary market is stuff that I need Wax for. Like if I want to buy your NFT that I'm going to give to you, it's worth like $100, $150, whatever it is, right? So I'm going to go change dollars into Wax and give that Wax to you, right? Wow. So, and you're, you know, way less likely to send that out for dollars because you got to whale in to, you know, the HODL Gods Dap Radar thing that launched today or whatever, right? Like we're keeping it in that ecosystem in a much more meaningful way. And so that market cap is growing by leaps and bounds every single day of Wax awesome. NFTs, right? And so, you know, I'm really, really bullish on Wax, even just like the number of active users, like the amount of Wax that's available for people to be buying and selling is going down because the number of people that want it is going up. It's like kind of basic supply and demand economics, right?
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I also think that like we are like testing the bounds of NFTs really because it's such a free ecosystem that we're able to, you know, bring, you know, new governance and new ideas and new games and like so many different things that will actually have real world application in the future. So we're kind of like the sandbox of what the future will hold here
Yeah,
in the gaming
definitely.
ecosystem, because we're this closed ecosystem, right? So I think that's really exciting.
Yeah.
And I think we're pushing the boundaries way more than anyone can imagine.
Yeah, I think it's underestimated just how much that level of creativity and ownership of your space and then rewards being integrated into it. And
Yeah.
I mean, like, Minecraft's not going anywhere ever. Like, there's always going to be some people who love Minecraft, you know?
Yep.
So yeah, it's very interesting, man.
But
Thanks
NFTs will
again.
be titled to more than just, virtual worlds, and this is because fraud is the biggest issue that the world faces at this time in the internet. NFTs are going to play a very important role in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And blockchain more broadly, really.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, and that's really like NFTs really are just this like how to have a singular thing on the blockchain, right? That's what it means.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it's pretty fun. Well, David, thank you so much for doing this, man.
Where we go one, we go all. 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 Together we cannot fall. Together we